Hey guys, welcome to the last episode of season 1. This is season 1, episode 10 of Music and Film with Luana, and right across from me is...
Hello, welcome, it's Luana.
And today's episode we're going to be discussing...
We're discussing how to break into writing music for film and TV.
Nice. Writing music for film and TV production. What about commercials and other platforms?
Well, yeah, I mean, you start somewhere.
Exactly. Alright, let's get right into it.
Alright, so I found a Facebook group which is called Film Scoring Network for Composers and Filmmakers.
Okay.
There you can, sometimes they pay you, sometimes not, but it's always good, and they submitted a short film to film festivals, and that's how you get exposure as a composer.
Yeah.
And I recommend joining this group when you're just starting out.
Yeah.
Or when sometimes it happens that you have a gap between paid gigs, and it happens that composers who are already established in the business, they sometimes do a freebie.
Okay.
Just to keep networking. And from my experience, I also work in film production. Sometimes I do a freebie too, as a production assistant. And what happens from an unpaid gig, I'm getting paid gigs.
Exactly, because you get like a ton of network.
Yes, from people who worked on this freebie, and they refer me to paid work.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
So can you give the name of the Facebook group one more time?
Yes, it's a Film Scoring Network for Composers and Filmmakers.
Okay, Film Network Scoring.
Yeah. Then you also learn how to reach out to filmmakers.
Yes.
Because there are not only composers in the group, there are also filmmakers.
Yeah, like directors, writers,
and
producers.
Exactly, and you have to really read the post. And for example, one of my film friends, she plugged me in below this post, and the filmmaker was looking for somebody who can write horror music.
Yeah.
And also already he posted the footage of the film, of the short film.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can actually have something to make the music based on. Okay.
Right.
So you actually have a visual to come up with ideas for the music.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And then you just learn how to negotiate, how to bring both visions, the directed vision and your vision, music vision together, which is not easy sometimes.
True.
When you work from not together in the studio, just online.
Exactly, they're sharing files back and forth.
Yes, back and forth. Yeah, you learn this all until you are getting booked for. Yeah, for.
What about the producer? I know you said you work mostly with the director in terms of composing music, but as a producer ever stepped in and be like, okay, here's my vision as well. So now you have to satisfy three yourself as well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So you have to satisfy 3 people's ideas. Yeah, so has that ever happened?
Not yet, no.
Okay. I was wondering, how would you make everyone happy, or is it even possible to make everyone happy? Because I mean, trying to fulfill the director's vision while having your own unique voice or your own unique sound to it is one thing, but then having a producer and then you having someone who's in charge of the music department or the music supervisor for the studio, how do you navigate all of that? It seems like a major headache.
Yeah.
You said it hasn't happened to you yet, but
yeah, I can imagine that.
Exactly.
You need several conversations, and
yes, exactly.
For each scene you make 2 or 3 suggestions,
exactly.
And then you can watch the film with version 1, version 2, and then you can decide together which version works best with the film, with the picture.
Yeah.
Wow. And this Facebook group is really good. You can do freebies for student films.
Nice.
Or low budget indie projects. And that's how you build your catalog.
Absolutely.
Because you need a catalog as a composer, and you meet a lot of people. You can go to film festivals and talk to producers and filmmakers, and it's helpful to have a business card and a CD. Or you can, if you're a member of CD Baby, or I think also other platforms offer this.
Yeah.
You can have this
I mean,
card with a download code.
You don't necessarily have to be with CD Baby. It could be just a regular business card with the QR code on it, or a link to your either Instagram or your website. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So it doesn't really have to be CD. It could literally be a regular business card. On the back, you have the QR code and the link information.
Right.
And on the front, you have your name.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and the way to get inside is to do a lot of free films first, and to work as a composer assistant / ghostwriter. So basically, if I work for Hans Zimmer, I'm his assistant, and because he has, I don't know how many jobs he has a year, but I can imagine that a bunch of people hire him. So, and maybe he writes something down, some ideas, and then I do all the
groundwork.
Yes, so I translate his piece of paper, his note, into music.
Yes.
And I do basically the whole work, and he just signs with his name.
I'm guessing he does a lot more than that, because he comes up with the main vision.
This is how I never worked as a composer assistant, but this is how.
But is that something you would want for yourself? Like, you'd come up with the grand idea and just have like 2 or 3 people like really flesh out the idea. It's kind of like having co-writers.
Yes, like
as a
co-writing.
musician,
Yes,
you'll come up with the melody or the sound, and then you have like co-writers helping with the lyrics.
Yeah.
So I think it's very similar.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it depends also who does all the work on the software, like Ableton or Pro Tools. Pro Tools is really popular.
Yeah.
Or sometimes Steinway's. Yeah.
Steinway is that like a software, or is that like a physical? Because when I think about Steinway, I think about like pianos.
Steinberg.
Oh, Steinberg.
Oh, Steinberg.
Who's a Steinway?
Steinberg. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
The German company.
Gotcha.
Steinberg.
Yep. That's completely different. So Steinway. It's like, wait, this
Steinberg.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We cleared that up. It's Steinberg, not Steinway.
Yeah, Steinberg.
Okay. So what else?
What else? So, okay. Yeah, this is important. Number 1, become a legitimate head of department.
Okay, elaborate on that.
Yeah. Number 2, become a great composer.
That's the easy part.
Become a great composer. Yeah.
Become a great composer. Yeah, that's the easy part.
It's like you have to every day do something, even unpaid.
Yeah.
Get your experience, learn.
Absolutely.
It's smart to learn different programs, like Steinberg or
Pro Tools, like
Pro Tools. Because Ableton. Yeah, it can happen that some clients, they only prefer this program.
But here's the thing: you're the composer. What the director says, I only like Ableton. The director is not going to be in there helping you compose. So why would it matter what his or her or their opinion is on the DAW, which is called Digital Audio Workstation? Why would they really play? Why would their opinion play a factor in which DAW you use? Because again, at the end of the day, you're the one that's sitting there.
Yes, I do all the work.
Exactly.
And maybe there's a better sample in the other software. Maybe the brand is sponsoring the project. That could happen too.
So good, yeah. That's good.
For example, some composers I met, for instance, Ricky Peugeot. He is a pianist. He has an endorsement with Steinberg.
Oh, okay.
The piano. Another.
Wait, Steinberg or Steinway?
Steinway. Steinberg.
I was like, wait a minute.
The piano, Steinway.
Steinway, okay.
And he's also a composer. And his brother, he is endorsed by Steinberg.
Okay.
And
Steinway
Emily
Steinberg.
Autumn, another artist, singer, songwriter, composer, she's endorsed by Steinberg too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would make sense that they master that software or master whatever that company presents because they're endorsing that product. Yeah. But if it's just like the director doesn't really care which software you use, then I would suggest you use the one you're most comfortable with.
Yes.
But like you said, it's
sometimes
very
you use two softwares.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or you can mix it up and
I mean, you made a great point earlier about why it's sometimes good to have like knowledge on multiple softwares. Certain softwares have, I would say, exclusive plugins or VSTs that are you can only get on Ableton or FL Studio or Pro Tools.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important to have knowledge of multiple softwares.
Same with Apple when you work with. Sometimes you start out with GarageBand and there is then what is it called? Logitech X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is Pro Tools Apple exclusive?
I think so. And Steinberg as well.
Is Apple
you
exclusive?
can use it for Apple products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And anything else?
Yeah, so you have to write music which matches the emotions from the picture, from the scene.
Which might sound obvious, but
yeah. And you have to create a musical landscape which matches the emotions.
Nice.
Yeah. Pro Tools is very popular in the industry. I cannot tell why, but a lot of musicians use this software. You have to be a master using this software. It's like a music instrument.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and you have to sustain your career and how to break through.
And how?
Artistically.
How would you recommend you sustain your career?
It's a lot of stress when you're starting out, or because you have a lot of expenses and you don't know how much money you're making back and when and how to survive as a musician.
Exactly. It's not a job with reliable income.
Exactly.
It's very cyclical.
Yes, and also it's time consuming. You have to learn so much stuff.
Yeah.
On the other hand, you have to pay your bills when you're by yourself, when you're independent.
Yeah.
So it's always like, okay, how much time can I invest in my music and my craft? How much time do I have to invest in my survival job?
Exactly.
And
your regular 9 to 5.
Right, regular 9 to 5. But I mean, nowadays there are so many opportunities to make side income, like remote jobs.
Yes. Absolutely.
And you just have to be creative. I mean,
But I like that. I like that you're like explaining to people that it's not going to be easy. It's not like you have to actually want to be committed to this. You have to actually want to give this 110% every day.
Yeah.
For it to be worth your while.
Right.
For you to be successful at it. Yep. Any final thoughts on breaking into the industry?
Never give up.
Exactly.
You were born with a purpose.
Nice.
Even if it seems so unreachable and only like Hollywood stars make a lot of money, it's not true. There are so many working composers who are not as famous as Hans Zimmer.
That's true.
And who can make a good living with music.
I mean, there has to be. I mean, I think in a previous episode we talked about this, but I only know one major composer, and that would be Hans Zimmer. Now, obviously, there are a lot more major composers, but we just don't know their names.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they're making very nice income, but you know, they don't have the spotlight.
They don't have the spotlight, right? But they make a living on music, and
yeah,
this is what matters. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're making a living doing something you love.
Exactly.
That's literally the whole point.
Yes.
So you don't have to be like a Hollywood A-list composer.
Same with acting. I know I have so many working acting friends who are making a lot of money and not like Hollywood stars, not that kind of money, but good money, and
they're making an income doing what they love.
Exactly.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. just because you're not like Angelina Jolie or
Mhm.
Brad Pitt or something doesn't mean you're not successful.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know. And yep, that concludes season 1. It was a great season.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll see you guys in season 2.
Yes, see
Plug
you.
your Instagram.
My Instagram is luanasanova.official.
All right, this has been great, guys.
Bye.
See you in season 2.
It's on my mind, yeah. No, it's a vibe, yeah. Back to the vision, stone cold. I'm tripping through your soul. I'm falling through the holes in your heart. Now we all living in the base, keep bumping, but I just can't seem to shake it off. Oh no, can't stop thinking about you. Pretty face in the body with them tattoos. When I'm chilling with you, you make me feel brand new. Am I tripping or am I in an